Hi, Håkan Dahlby. Yes, I'm going to leave you with a new movie, a new interview with David Kostelecky. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Good evening, David. Welcome to this show for young kids.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
We have you as a guest, as a winner of the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing, where you won an Olympic gold medal.
Yes, that's
Yes.
right.
So, as we are going to do some questions about that, and we start with, at which age did you start shooting?
Okay, I started when I was 14. We got a shooting in the family a little bit because my grandfather was a big hunter and he loved trap. And my older brother was a shooter also, so it was like normal for me to be at the ranges, and I started when I was 14.
Okay. So your daddy was competing, or?
No, daddy wasn't shooter at all. Mother also, only brother. It was funny. It was funny.
Okay. Have he continued to shoot, or?
Well, my brother is in business around the shooting, so sometimes he shoot. We are running small range, so he's all the time at the range. But the truth is, he's shooting once a year. So.
Okay.
But he loves the sport also.
Very good. Were you a talented shooter as a young boy?
I think I got some talent because I was in sport from when I was 6. I played tennis a lot, so I think I got good coordination. But for sure there were more talented people than me.
Okay.
For sure.
Do you think that, or let me rephrase, how much talent do you think you need to become a champion, like, or just a good shooter?
This is the question, because sometimes if you get a lot of talents, you don't work hard. If you have less talent and you have to work hard, I think from these people are bigger champions than from the more talented people. So I think, okay, from 1 to 10, I was number 8, 7, but I worked hard a lot. So if I see people like Michael Diamond, Johnny Pelliello, Alipov, for sure they are better shooters than me. But I worked hard and I was happy to beat them on the right time. But for sure they are better shooters.
Okay. That's a good question, and that's an answer for my next question. And that was like, will a talented shooter become a better shooter than a shooter that practice more and loves shooting? Well, you answer it.
Okay.
Yeah, so, how much did you practice back when you started, like in ammo-wise? How many days a week did you start practice?
When I started, it was like 2 days a week. There was a system in Czech. We got sports centers for young people, and I was still in the school, so it was hard to find the time for the practice. But basically 2 times a week, 3 times a week, not too much else, because they think we were still growing, so it was dangerous also for if you would shoot a lot. So it was not too much.
Okay. Do you practice differently in the beginning of the shooting season than in the middle or in the competition season?
Yeah, from the beginning we practice a lot. We try to shoot as much as possible. We have to go somewhere for good weather, because in Czech is the same like in Sweden. We have a lot of snow and cold weather, so normally January, February we go Cyprus or Italy and we try to shoot a lot. And then during the season I practice according my feeling. If I need to go to the range and shoot, I don't know, 1,000 targets, I do it. If I have a good feeling, I don't practice. So depends. Every season is different. Every month is different. So I try to listen my body and brain. So.
Okay, but if you like, how much do you shoot before the first World Cup in ammunition wise?
Okay. I need always to have like 5,000-6,000 shells to get some good results. Right now here we are in Acapulco. I think I have 4.5, so it's still not enough for me. But yeah, 6, 7 is good.
Okay. As a top athlete, do you how much do you shoot like a year? Do you shoot differently? And before a competition, do you shoot less before a competition? When it's very important competition, or?
Yeah, if I'm in shape and I feel that I shoot good, I don't shoot that much, maybe 50 targets a day. You know, I try to save my energy, but if I am not in good shape, I can shoot 1,000 targets a day straight before the competition. So because there is, you know, I cannot wait for miracles, so I have to get back my feeling and I shoot a lot.
This interview is for young kids, and this is just a way for them to see that how much we do practice. And my question is for you that in 1 year, approximately how much do you shoot?
I think around 20,000 shells right now, but before, because I'm 40 years old now, for example, before Beijing I was shooting 30, 35.
Okay.
I shot a lot because I was working on changing my technique, so I had to shoot a lot. And I think, you know, I was 33 years old, or this is good age, and I was in very good shape. Now with more experience and let's say more years in shooting, probably I can shoot less.
Okay, because of your experience.
Yeah, because 25 years of shooting now, so
yeah,
it should be like this.
Okay, good. A question: as a top athlete, do you drink before a competition, like a weekday, evening before a competition?
Well, normally I drink only November, December, but it means I can have a glass of wine or a beer, but from 1st of January I don't drink at all till the end of the season. This is my, you know, basics.
Good, very good. Physics training before and now. How much do you practice before and how much do you practice now? Because you said also that when you were 33 or you're 40.
The physical practice I do probably more now than before, because when you're getting older you have to do more in these things. So I do a lot of running, I play tennis a lot. Squash is very good sport for shooting because there is a lot of connection between shooting and a squash. And gym because of the back and shoulders, so I try to...
So you do muscle and cardio training?
Yeah.
Spinning?
No.
Okay. Good question here. Do you believe in mental training?
Yeah. I think this is the difference between the top result and the normal result, because we all have a good guns, good cartridges now, good stocks. You know, we have the chance to prepare ourselves in the good weather conditions, so the difference is between the mental preparation. And I was working hard before Beijing with one lady. She was a mental coach, and we worked from 2004 till 2011. And before Beijing, 4 years was very hard. Yeah.
So when you said you started, at what age did you start to train mental?
It was 2 times. I was in touch with one good friend from my city, from Brno. He was a mental coach, and we worked 3 years, I think, when I was 22. Then I finished, and the second relationship was with this lady, which helped me to get a gold medal.
Yeah, so what you're saying is that, what I believe also is that at that day you come to the final in Olympics, the guy or the lady who has been training, your mental training, at the best and has most control of what your brain does will win the medal. Is that what? Yeah,
actually.
Because they're all good shooters in the Olympic final.
It's hard to say after, you know, after the event everybody is a boss, so, but that day I felt I was very happy to get into the final, and we had a plan what to do in the final. So I was just following the plan, and all the action in the final was going in a good way for myself. So it was like the plan came, you know, 100% real, so it was the feeling.
Fantastic, fantastic. Do you visualize before shooting?
No, I tried, and I'm very bad in it, and it was not the way I liked, so I don't do it. But I think it's very good.
Yes.
I think it's very good.
Okay, because a lot of shooters do visualize hitting the target before
Yeah.
they shoot? And it's good question. And,
well, what I do, I'm using some trigger words. This is good tip for young shooters. Like something like before you mount the gun, you can say yourself, see the target, hit the target, or something like this. This is working for sure. This is like the comment from the brain what to do. If you don't have a plan what to do, you hesitate, and hesitation is not good for shooter.
absolutely.
So you have to be really strict what to do, what you want to do. This is in shooting very important.
Yes. Think about performance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How you
Yeah.
kill the target.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. How much do you compete in a year, more or less?
I think I shoot like 12-15 competition, between 12 and 15. So I don't know if it is a lot or not, but from my 17, when I was 17, I started to compete internationally, and maybe I could compete more. But if you go for one World Cup, you can lose 2 competitions back home. So I try to concentrate on the big events. So it's not too much. I think.
Okay. Do you believe that? Do you think practice makes perfect?
For sure, but sometimes it can be the opposite. I mean, in the top level, probably it's good to know when to practice and when to stop. I remember before Olympics there was always fight between me and the mental coach, because I shot a lot that year and I wasn't satisfied. There was a European Championship 1 month before the games, and we made a strategy. I did nothing for 10 days before the European Championship. Just went for a run, and I didn't shoot at all. Came to Cyprus, 1 silver medal with very good shooting. So we did the same before the Beijing. And she told me after, I knew that you were too tired from shooting. You were always, trying, and it was too much. So I was looking forward to get shooting. So this is, that time I couldn't realize. Sometimes now I can feel if it is good to go or not. So.
Okay.
So I didn't answer well for this question.
No, but I mean,
But for sure you have to practice a lot.
Yeah.
For sure you have to practice a lot.
and my former coach, Dan Carline, he always said that practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Because the more you practice, you do, the better you will get as a shooter.
Yeah.
But-
Generally,
Okay, that's your question. Don't know your answer. Do you sleep well the night before a big competition?
in last couple of years, yes, but before was not always like this. So it's very important. Maybe I was too stressed to get the sleep, so this was the reason I didn't sleep well. But I thought it's normal. So when you know that there is a big event coming. So, but it's very important. Before the games, I made a bet also with my mental coach, and I was 1 year before the games. I was always in the bed 10 p.m. latest time. If I wasn't, I had to pay.
Okay.
So to get the sleep is very important for coordinations, for everything. It can change your life
No.
if you get good sleep. So.
At what time do you wake up before a competition? More or less.
Well, it depends what time I start the competition, but I start to wake up early to get the body in the shape, because if you would wake up 1 hour before, it's not too...
Is it 3 hours before?
Yeah, minimum is 3 hours before. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What do you do to sleep good?
Well, when there is a time difference, or I feel that I will not sleep well, I get melatonin. If you know, it's very good. So sometimes I help myself with that.
Okay. Good. What do you eat for breakfast? Day of competition?
I try to not to eat too much. I think it's better to stay a little bit hungry during the day. So eggs are good.
Yeah.
Eggs, I try to not to get too much sugar in myself. So just some fruits maybe after. Nothing special.
During the competition, did you eat something small before
Yeah.
before you shoot or just after you shoot?
After I shoot, I eat something small and I try to drink a lot.
Mhm.
This is very important.
That's the next question.
Yeah.
What do you drink? Do you drink water or you drink energy drinks?
Well, I drink mostly water, but one energy drinks, I mean like Powerade, Gatorade a day if you are in very hot weather, it's good, I think. But I try to escape from coffee, Red Bull and stuff like this is not good for shooting.
Sugar is no good.
Yeah, also caffeine, I think
Yeah.
it's not good.
Yeah. At what time do you want to be at the range before competition starts?
The minimum for me is 1 hour, but I don't like it. I like to be there maybe 2 hours before, so I can lie, listen to the music 1 hour, and then I can start my routine to get in the right shape.
So your routine is
Like, I have to exercise my body, then I try, like if I have a time for dry mounting, this makes me feel more sure. If I mount the gun well, I do it like monkey, on 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then you can have a good feeling at the range and you don't need to think, well, the gun is there or there, so this is very important for me.
so you do visualize also when you mounted the gun?
No, I
No?
just try to concentrate on the right mounting, that sometimes you have the feeling that the gun is not yours, that the stock is not fitting, so the mounting is good
That's
for
strange,
this. Yeah,
is it?
yeah, that's strange.
But it happens to everybody, all the top shooters.
Yeah, I don't understand why it is, but it's happening very often. Yeah. So the dry mounting is
It's the key.
yeah, I think, but not for everybody. At least they are shooters. They just grab the gun and they go to shoot, and they shoot good.
Do you practice your eyes?
Yeah, I practice I try to practice the eyes because I have some problems with the eyes, so I have to do some exercises. So the basic one, not special. So,
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you nervous during competition?
Yeah, if I'm not nervous, it's not good. I always try to be nervous if I'm not, but it has to be in some limit. If it's going over the limit, it's not good also. So.
Okay. How do you cope with your nervousness during competition?
I try to not to think too much about it, but you can do something with the breathing to get rid of it a little bit, and I try to say myself that it's only sport. There are some other things in the life, and try to be calm.
Okay, good. You answered before, but what do you do between the rounds? Do you speak to everybody or you just want to be alone? And you said that before, you
Yeah.
listen to the music.
Listen to music, or I read a book, or I just try to lie on the ground, or just to sit and relax. a little bit.
Ah, good. What do you think about when you shoot? Last things you think about before you call in the target?
Well, I try to not to think in the shooting, but the thing is, for example, if you have to watch your call, or if you have to watch that there is a delay, so I try to say myself what I want to do before mounting the gun, but when I close the gun there is a nothing, or in the if everything is correct there is a nothing, but sometimes you have to handle with some ideas and it's not easy sometimes.
No.
It depends on a lot of stuff.
Do you use triggers?
Yeah, as we spoke about it before, I try to use some trigger words like see the target, hit the target, something easy, something very not complicated. So yeah, I use. It's good.
Yeah, it is. How do you focus?
Well, the question is, what is the focus? This is the question. So my focus is probably to make the plan, how to do the stuff, how to do the things correctly. This is the focus.
Okay.
But like the word focus, like to stare on something, or doesn't exist. And this is my opinion. So
Yeah.
let's say I focus on to do the stuff technically correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all different.
Yes.
For sure.
There is only one rule in shooting, that there are no rules.
No,
Yeah.
that's correct. That's correct. If you start to shoot bad, what do you do?
The first thing is that I try to realize why I shoot bad. So it means is it from technique or is it from bad mind? Like, you know, if you don't concentrate, then it causes that. Then it can cause technical stuff. So you have to search where is the problem, from where it's coming, and then I try to do some stuff to get rid of it. So
Analyze.
yes, analyze from where is the head or the technique, you know, and then I try to correct it. But sometimes there is no time.
How do you ever have eye contact or seeking help with your coach or team leader during the round?
Well, I don't remember, so I think no.
No.
Because when you stand there, you are alone, and probably it's very difficult to get the help from somebody. So I try to always help myself.
But is he watching you? He knows exactly how you're shooting,
Yeah.
and he can help you during the.
Well, this is the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I have a good coach. We have a good connection, but it wasn't always like this. So I learned how to be just alone there.
To fix your problems.
Yeah.
I think that's good. No, that's wise. That's very wise. When you shoot perfect, do you relax or do you stay focused the whole round? Like.
Well, when I shoot perfect, I try to be focused, because when you say yourself, okay, this was a good hit, the zero can come very easy. So this is very dangerous. So, yeah.
Just keep on doing what you do.
Yes.
Have you ever been in the zone?
Yes.
Yeah. How do you? How can you tell that? How's your zone? What's it like in your world? In David Kostelecky world?
The biggest, as we can, if we can say, the biggest zone I ever experienced with was at the Olympics. It was funny because I knew everything. I knew how many zeros Pelio has, how many zeros Alipo has. I knew everything what is happening, but I was just keeping to do my stuff. And
competing is the best way to become a better shooter.
I think so. If you take from all the events, all the experiences, and if you are trying to pick up the right stuff for yourself, this is the way how to wait for the best result in your life, probably.
Good. Next was coming in. Do you think that practicing with better shooters will make you better?
For sure. You can learn a lot only from watching the better shooters. So, like today I was shooting with Michael Diamond next to me. I learned a lot of things. I'm 40 years old. I'm still learning. This is never-ending process.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How do you prepare yourself before a competition?
Well, it depends, as I said, in what kind of conditions I am, but I try to take everything easy, not to stress yourself too much, because it's only sport, and I'm the guy, like, I'm not 100% only in sport. I try to have also the normal life, and I see that some of the shooters, they are only in shooting. That's not me. So probably if I would have a bigger ego, I could be a better shooter, but I'm the type, like, there is a normal life also. So
you're a family man.
Yeah, I'm a family man, 2 kids. So
yeah.
So my goals are in different stuff. But I like the sport. I try to compete the best way I can, and if the result is good, I'm happy. If not, okay, no problem.
Just keep on practicing.
Yes.
Do you prepare yourself differently before the Olympics than a normal World Cup?
Yeah, for sure. The Olympics is a special event, and you have to try to do everything 100% correct, and you have to really plan all the competitions, all the practice, very, very specific, and you should try to find the right stuff for yourself. So it's different.
What is it that's so special with the Olympics?
It's once in 4 years, and if you go to Olympics, you don't know if you can go to next one. So you have to use, try to use all you can to get into the shape and try to score the best result and try to get the medal. So it's not easy to qualify. I think it's more difficult to qualify than to win the Olympics, probably. So it's chance, chance is very small.
Okay, yeah, because it's just one day every fourth year, or 2 days for you.
Yeah.
Mm. How do you cope with the media before the Olympics? Do you invite them, or you try to stay away from them?
No, I don't like the media too much, so I changed my number before Olympics, and well, before London was more difficult for me because I was more famous than before the Beijing, but before Beijing also newspaper people tried to call me, and it was not good, so I switched off my phone. I took a different number just for the family, and 1 month I was really concentrating only on my shooting, and it was good. I think it was a good plan because okay, if you would win, okay, we can speak after, but what do you want to speak before? Just speaking.
Okay, no, that's good. Have you ever witnessed that other shooters want to pull you down to their level, like in jealousy, or you are so focused on your goal and success so you just don't care about them? You like, fuck them.
Yeah, the sport is, if you think about the sport, people think that everything is fair and everything is clean. It's not true. Everybody is trying to beat you, and also during the shooting you can feel that guy next to you is trying to make you zero. So it's not clean sport, and I try to escape from all the talkings at the range because the guys are coming and, hey, did you see the target on station right? I don't want to think about it because for him it's maybe hard targets, for me not. But then you go to the station and you have it in the head, so it's better to get the music and just not to listen to anybody. So yeah, sport is tough.
Stay away from other shooters.
For sure.
Is that your recommendation?
Because they are afraid and they try to share the fear with you, and I'm not interested in it. So, but it's difficult at the ranges.
That's
small area, so it's not easy.
That's good. That's very good. How did you become a strong shooter? Except of the mental training you said.
The question is if I am a strong shooter, who can say? It depends. Sometimes you are strong. One weekend you are strong, you can win everything. The second weekend you can lose. But I always trusted in technique, and when I felt the technique is working, then I was mentally strong. If there was some problems, not only with the technique, but for example, the range wasn't fitting me, there was some delays or something on the targets, then you don't trust yourself. So you have to fight always and try, and I always try to find some way to improve my technique for that. I was focused 100%. I don't know how I could make it because the final was full of legends: Diamond, Alipov, Pelielo, and probably they didn't count that I can beat them all because I was, let's say, outsider. So maybe they had too much pressure on themselves, and I got the zone. So.
That's good. I didn't write this question down, but do you feel it's better to hunt from behind than being the leader in the final?
Yeah, for sure. It's always better because there was on all of these guys were big pressure from the federations, from the nations, and let's say I got good results before. I was once in the Olympic final before. I won Europeans, but normally I was the guy who was always behind these guys, so it was my advantage. I was enjoying the final. It was very good shooting, and I enjoyed it.
I watched it. This was fantastic.
Yeah, from the beginning till end, so it was good.
Fantastic. Are you more relaxed when you shoot the finals than during qualification runs?
Yeah, I think I'm more relaxed, and this is big mistakes because sometimes I get satisfied that I'm in the final, and probably there is something missing to make the last step. So I still try to work on it.
Good.
In my 40s.
Will you feel stronger as a shooter if you have been in the Olympic final before? Like, you know what's coming?
Yes.
Like winning the Olympic medal, is it the biggest achievement you can do as an athlete? It's like we were speaking about it, where it's just one day every fourth year you have to be at your best. So
yeah, I was very lucky because when I was 20 I went to my first Olympics in Atlanta. I was in the middle of the results, and then I was in Sydney, number 6. I think I came third in the final, but I shot bad, 22 there, but was very good experience. And when I was in Beijing and I got into the final, probably without the experience from Sydney I couldn't win the medal. So for sure for me it was very good that I had the experience before.
yeah, I believe so. Why is it that media think that winning an Olympic medal in shooting isn't worth as much as doing it in track and field, for example?
Well, this should be a question for our international federation probably, because the sport is very nice. I think we have a lot of members in the world. In every nation there are shooters, you know, there is a big connection with hunting. So it's very good sport for TV, but we are not using it yet. So in Czech, let's say, there is a history of shooting, really good history. We got a lot of medals and people know us, but the shooting is on TV only at the Olympics mostly. So this is mistake, I think.
Yeah.
But for our lives, maybe it's better. I don't know if it's
Maybe it's going to be more quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. To celebrate a medal, like an Olympic gold medal, what do you drink? Do you drink champagne?
Yeah, I like champagne. This is my drink.
And do you smoke, like cigars?
Yeah, this is my bad habit. I like to smoke the cigars. Yeah.
Okay, just when you're celebrating?
Sometimes when there is a good weather and we can sit outside, I like it. So yeah.
Good. Okay, this is the last questions here coming. What kind of gun do you shoot with?
Well, I shoot Perazzi from 2002, and I think it's still the best gun for trap shooting, so I'm happy.
What kind of ammo do you use?
I use Cleaver Mirage from 2006, very good ammo from Italy.
And you make your own cleaver?
I don't make my own, but I worked now with Marco Venturini on the new stuff, so let's say he made it very good for all of us who we shoot with him.
Yeah, fantastic. What kind of specs do you use, like eyewear, glasses?
I use Randolph clip because I have some problems with the eyes, so Randolph.
A good question here. How do you find your sponsors? Even though now we don't have this media looking at us.
It's difficult. After Olympics I got some offers, but it was tough because all the sponsors they want your time. So I could choose to make big money but quit with the shooting. Not quit, but I couldn't be competitive because I wouldn't have time for practice. So I said, okay, I go for shooting. So then I have friends who were willing to give me some sponsorships, and they didn't await from me the things back. So really, I have true sponsors who are helping me. They don't care about my time, and they trying to help me in a good way.
Okay, but do you find them or they find you?
Well, they find me. They found me. They gave me some offers, and I said yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, can you win? Okay, the question was, can you win with luck?
Yeah, I think for sure. In trap shooting, the high results are about second shots, and if you are lucky with second shots, you can win the competition. So I think you have to be lucky. You have to get the squat setting. I mean, you have to start on right time when the sun is okay. If there is a bad weather coming, so you can be very lucky in the competition. So you need the luck.
So you're saying that, I mean, this is just a shot you can like be lucky with, or you can win a competition with luck? I don't think so.
You mean it in different way. I mean, like today, you know, I shot 121. I missed one straight target today. If I could hit it with second shots, lucky shot,
Yeah.
I could get in the shoot-off for final, and if I would get in,
Yeah.
I could win all the competition. So
Sure.
it was my thinking about to be lucky, you know. But always you can win by luck if you are in a high level.
Absolutely, everything is unfair. You said yourself, if you're lucky with starting at the right moment, with the sun is perfect,
Yes.
or you will get the rain or wind.
Yeah.
Everything is a little bit unlucky
Yeah.
because it's shooting.
Yes.
Yes,
that's
I mean we're outside, we're not
Yes.
inside or indoors.
Yeah.
So next question is, can you win Olympic medal with luck?
Wow, difficult question.
Mm.
I don't think so.
No.
No,
No, I also.
I don't think so. No.
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 I really don't hope that you can win an Olympic
No,
medal
it
with
would be
luck.
unfair.
Yes,
It
yes,
would be
yes.
unfair.
One of the last questions: what makes you a winner? As David Kostelecky, what makes you a winner?
I need to know always that I worked hard. This can make me be a winner. I have to know that I did everything for the event, for the coming event. Like in Beijing, when I came to the airplane, and I said myself, okay, I'm going to Olympics. I will shoot in 7 days. Okay, David, what will happen? And then I said myself, no matter what will happen, I did everything for it, and I knew that I really did everything. So I was very easy and calm. I said, I will enjoy it because I know that I did everything. If I will be last one there, I'm okay with that. This was my thinking. And
Okay.
this was good.
So you're just following your plan also.
Yeah. This was all
Good.
planned.
Is there anything we can make shooting sport more interesting for spectators or media?
Sure. This was when I spoke with members of ISSF and they asked me the same question. I said, you have to hire probably the better team for ISSF TV, better cameras. Like the broadcasting for Beijing, it was one of the best I ever saw. You know, you could see slow motion, you could see really good shots. So this is the key to make the sport more popular and to get it on TV, because right now Czech TV is broadcasting the few minutes from all the World Cups, but you see there only moving guys with guns and nothing else, and that's not enough. And statistics, we have to put all the statistics inside, all the interesting things.
Don't you also think that you need more prize money
Sure,
to get to attract more shooters from outside?
If there would be money, media would be more attractive in this sport, and people would go. You know, everybody would ask, okay, what is the price there, like this. So, yeah, this is a big mistake.
Yeah. Okay, if you just look into the camera and you tell these young kids what they have to do to attract, I mean, as you tell them to give them a hint that makes come and shoot, because it's a fantastic sport. What can you just tell them
Okay.
to become champions or start to shoot?
Okay, so double trap skeet shooting is a wonderful sport, and if you will follow this sport, you will feel a lot of passion for the sport, and you have to be patient a lot, and you have to never give up. So this is all.
Good. Congrats for all your medals, David, and thank you for letting me and the viewers to know a little bit more about you and your shooting and be a better life.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.